Good morning, everyone.
In unison, good morning.
In unison, good morning.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Arvizo, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have your microphone on?
Miss Arvizo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday I asked a few questions about your testimony with regards to your being followed at times. Did you ever see people actually filming you?
Yes.
Do you remember where and when you saw people filming you?
At Jay's home, my children's school, at church, everywhere.
And I had asked you if you recognized any of those people. Did you recognize any of those people?
Yes, I did.
And could you tell us the names of any of the people you saw?
One of them was Johnny, and I think one other time was Asaf, and then there was 1 to 3 people. And then after we permanently left Neverland, that's the first time I ever saw a female, in addition to a group of males.
Prior to coming into court today, on a couple of different occasions did you have an opportunity to view videotapes of different persons being filmed out on the street and at other locations?
Yes, I did.
Did you recognize the people who are the subject of those films?
I sure did.
And who were they?
My mom, my dad, my daughter.
Davellin?
Davellin. My boys, Gavin and Star. And my now husband Jay Jackson.
And, Your Honor, we're prepared to play it at this time.
And myself.
You were among them?
Yes.
All right.
We need a moment. Excuse me. Just one moment. Your Honor, I'm sorry. We need to reboot the computer. It's going to take a moment.
What's the exhibit number on this?
I'm going to withdraw the other exhibit, the DVD, and we're going to do this as 3 separate DVDs.
Actually, I don't think you can withdraw it. There were objections made concerning it. It will have to remain in evidence.
That's fine.
Not in evidence, but it will have to remain as an exhibit. Not in evidence.
All right. Then we'll simply give 3 new exhibit numbers to these 3 DVDs.
While that's being done, could I ask counsel to, each of you, file a response to the Special Master's report Monday so that I know what your positions are on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And a response from the defense to the supplemental motion that was served on me today, probably due today.
I have not seen that, Your Honor. We received a motion this morning. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Is that what you're referring to?
They can't hear you.
We received a motion this morning, if that's what you're referring to.
Yes. You might respond to that by Monday also.
Monday at 3 o'clock.
At what?
At 3 o'clock. Or Monday morning at 8 o'clock?
Yes. That would be good.
Your Honor.
You ready?
Almost. Some technical difficulties. I think what we'll try to do, Your Honor, is play it on the DVD player, so we'd ask you to go to Input 4.
Sir, your microphone's off.
We also have the VCR here. We can do it on that. Either way we'll be able to do it this morning, if the computer doesn't work. In the meantime, could I wrap up a little bit of old business? Exhibits 809 and 810 that are already in evidence are tapes in the form of a DVD and a CD, CV, CD. And the court was waiting for transcripts from the people. We have those transcripts and they are now numbered 809A and 810A, and a copy has been furnished to the defense. I'll submit that to the court at this time.
All right, and you're offering 809 at this time?
809 is not in evidence. We are offering it into evidence. That's right.
All right, that's admitted. And 814, did you mention that?
814 is the one that had writing on the back. They were going to do it later.
Can we go to Input 1, or Input 4, Your Honor? Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 815, was played for the court and jury. Miss Arvizo, we've now. This frame is stalled at this spot here. Can you tell us what we're looking at?
You're looking at my mom's house.
This is in El Monte?
This is in El Monte.
All right. The building, the front portion of the building. do you have the laser? This front portion, is this portion your parents' house as well?
Yes, it is.
What is it?
That's the garage area.
That's a gate that's in front of the house along here?
Yes.
Alright, let's go ahead and proceed. Excuse me just 1 second before we start. It just went dark. But I can back it up. Let's start here. On February 14th of 03, do you know where you were on that day?
I think, to my best estimate, I think I was already at my mom's house. I think that, to my best estimate, is when Jesus had brought me back.
Okay, let's go ahead and advance it.
And notice the time. 6:40 a.m.
Objection.
Sustained. No question pending.
Alright, this is still your parents' house?
This is still my parents' home.
And the last entrance on there was 10:35 a.m.?
Yes.
Alright.
Just for the record, what number is the exhibit you're showing now?
815, Your Honor. This is 815. Do you now recognize the picture that you're looking at?
By the shape of the tree, the shape of the top of the garage and the white area above the garage door, that's my mother's home. This is after Jesus had brought us back.
And on this frame are the words and numbers February 15th, 03, 6:09 a.m. Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 815, was played for the court and jury. Go ahead and stop. This frame now reads February 15th, 03, 1:04 p.m. Miss Arvizo. What are we looking at right now?
You're looking at my parents' home from a different angle. And this is still my best estimate from when Jesus helped me and my children come out of Neverland.
The building that we're looking at right now, and I'm pointing with the laser in front, is that the garage?
Yes, it is.
And your parents' residence over here to the left?
Yes, that is the complete home.
Alright, and the entryway into the is from the garage over here?
No, this way.
Over this way?
Yes.
On this side, to the left is the garage?
Yes, it is. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 815, was played for the court and jury.
Now, this says in the lower right February 15th, 03, 3:07 p.m. and what are we looking at here?
You are still looking at my parents' home.
There's the one right there.
Okay.
Show us, please, where your parents' house is.
This is. Right here is the door, my parents' front door. Right here.
The red car that we see in the driveway, is that?
That is the neighbor's car.
And your parents' garage, can you see it?
It's right here. Here's the white of the top of the front of the garage. There's the garage door. You walk around this way, and right there is the front door.
Okay, go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 815, was played for the court and jury. Who is this person?
This is my father.
And go ahead and point the laser so we can see where he is.
And I think.
Advance it a little bit.
Right there.
Okay, go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 815, was played for the court and jury. Stop right there. That person walking by, who is that?
This is my mother.
And right now we're looking at the lower right-hand corner of the frame. It says February 15th, 03, 3:51 p.m. Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 815, was played for the court and jury. Stop right there. We're looking at a new frame that says February 15th, 03, 8:12 p.m. Do you recognize the subject matter of what you're able to see?
Yes, I do.
What is that, please?
This is now the underground parking of Jay's apartment building.
Is that the one on St. Andrews?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, we're going to change tapes at this time. The next tape, Your Honor, is 816.
816?
Yes. Can we go to Input 4, Your Honor? Or, Input, yes, Input 4. Thank you. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 816, was played for the court and jury. This now says February 19th, 03, at 5:56 p.m. Whose car is that?
This is Jay Jackson's car, my husband.
Can you tell who's driving?
This is my husband who's driving.
And the location now?
This is the underground parking of Jay's apartment on St. Andrews.
Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Stop it. We're now looking at a frame that reads February 19, 03, at 6:01 p.m. Can you tell what we're looking at here?
Yes, you're looking at my husband Jay Jackson.
Do you know where he is? Can you tell?
He is in an area called Larchmont. There's different. It's kind of like different eating places. A marketplace in Larchmont. Near where Jay Jackson used to live.
It's in Los Angeles?
Yes, it is. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 816, was played for the court and jury.
Let me stop at this moment and ask you a question.
Yes.
I believe that you had testified before that it was at the end of the day of the 19th that you went to Calabasas for the video. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you know where you were at approximately 6 o'clock in the evening?
I was inside Jay's apartment.
Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Are we still following your husband?
Yes, they're still following my husband.
Okay. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. The frame that we've stopped is February 21, 03, 2:04 p.m. Tell us who we're looking at here.
This is me and...
Hold on a second. The question is simply, who are we looking at? That's you. Is that right?
Yes.
And do you have a recollection of having a conversation with somebody in a Range Rover on that day?
Yes, I do.
With whom did you have a conversation?
I had a conversation with Miss Karen Walker.
And Karen Walker you identified previously as the social worker?
Yes.
Do you remember the nature of that conversation?
Yes, I do.
Now, was it your testimony previously that Vinny was somewhere in that area?
Yes.
Go ahead and play. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Stop. Miss Arvizo, who is that?
This is Vinny.
Alright, we're now where it says February 21, 03, at 2:04 p.m. and the timeline on the lower left of this frame reads 11 hours 33 minutes and 11 seconds. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 816, was played for the court and jury. Is that Vinny?
This is Vinny.
And this reads 11 hours 45 minutes and 29 seconds as the time segment on the lower left-hand side. February 23 at 2:04 p.m. Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Stop just a second. We're now at February 21, 03, at 3:05 p.m. It reads the time as 11 hours 50 minutes and 18 seconds. Can you tell us what we're looking at right here?
Yes, I can.
What is this?
This is the vehicle that I was in with Vinny. I remember that little light thing going across. And I remember the seat being above me. And that's Vinny's hair on top of.
Go ahead and show us with the laser Vinny's hair. And then, are you in the seat?
Right there. I'm in there. But the seat's higher than me.
Okay. Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Santa Monica Boulevard is what's now showing, the street sign, is that correct?
That is correct.
And do you remember being on Santa Monica Boulevard?
Yes.
Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Who is that?
This is me. And in the vehicle is Vinny.
Vinny's driving and you're getting in?
Yes.
And this is on the 21st of February, 03?
Yes.
And the time reads at 4:15 p.m. Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit Number 816, was played for the court and jury. Stop. Are you in that frame?
I'm right here. This is Vinny right there. This is Vinny right there. And I'm right behind this man. Right there. You can actually see us walking up behind this couple.
That couple have nothing to do with you.
This couple has nothing to do with me.
Alright, go ahead. Or, hold it. Do you know where you are at this point?
At this moment I don't know where we're at.
Or on what street?
I don't remember.
Okay, go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 816, was played for the court and jury. Your Honor, the next tape we're going to look at is 817.
All right. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Exhibit 817, was played for the court and jury.
It reads March 17, 03 at 2:02 p.m. Can you tell us what we're looking at right now?
Yes, I can.
And what are we looking at?
This is my daughter. And beyond that is my parents' home.
Show us where your daughter is in the picture. And the home? Now, where would you and your family have been on March 17, 03?
On March 17, 03, my boys, myself, are with Jay. My daughter is with my parents. We have permanently now left Neverland.
Okay. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 817, was played for the court and jury. This is a close-up of your daughter looking back, is that right?
That is correct.
And show us the house where she's going to.
It's right here. Right here.
Is 2:02 about the time that she'd be arriving back at school?
Yes, it is. I enrolled my daughter and my sons almost immediately into school.
She's wearing a backpack. Is that the type of backpack she traditionally took to school?
That is correct.
Go ahead. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 817, was played for the court and jury. And she's looking back a second time, is that correct?
Yes, she is looking back and she looks frightened.
Objection. Move to strike her comments.
Stricken. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 817, was played for the court and jury.
Is that the name of the street that your parents' home is on?
This is the name of the street my parents live on.
We have a fourth tape as well. Miss Arvizo, did you have an opportunity to take a look at a tape of the cleaning and moving of materials from a residence?
Yes.
Did you recognize the residence?
Yes.
Whose residence was it?
It used to be my apartment.
Is that the Soto Street address?
It is the Soto Street address.
And the items that were being packed up, to the extent that there were still items left, did you recognize those items?
Yes, I did recognize them.
Whose items were those?
They're mine.
Of any of the people who appear at any time in that film, did you recognize any of them?
I did recognize someone to be, I think, Asaf.
Was he the one who is the photographer or the videographer?
Asaf is the one who did the tape recording of the Department of Child Family Services.
Hold on a second. The question is, in the course of the film that you saw previously, you're about to see.
Oh, okay.
Is he the one holding the camera?
That is correct.
At one moment he appears in a mirror, is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Let's go ahead and play this one. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 818, was played for the court and jury. Which room is that?
This is our room that me and my children and my ex-husband used to live in.
And sleep?
And sleep in.
Go ahead.
Is this 818?
Yes, Your Honor. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 818, was played for the court and jury. Is that the picture that you saw before?
Yes, it is.
And at some point, were you able to hear his voice as well?
Yes.
Let's resume. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 818, was played for the court and jury. Was that Asaf's voice?
That is Asaf's voice.
The deeper voice?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Whereupon, a portion of a DVD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 818, was played for the court and jury. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Cross-examine?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
That was Exhibit 118.
818.
818. Are you offering that, or
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
are those exhibits being offered?
Yes, they are, Your Honor. The numbers are 815, 816, 817 and 818.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are there any objections to those exhibits?
No objection at all.
All right, they're admitted.
Your Honor, Mr. Sanger is obtaining the tape of the phone conversation between Miss Arvizo and Frank Cassio, and I'm going to begin with that. And also, the prosecutor lodged a transcript with the court this morning of that phone conversation, which, with the court's permission, I'd like to hand to the witness as we play that tape.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach?
Yes. The tape should be 809.
Good morning, Miss Arvizo.
Good morning.
Miss Arvizo, as you know, my name is Tom Mesereau and I speak for Michael Jackson. Now, you heard the prosecutor for the government play a recorded phone conversation between you and Mr. Frank Cassio, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't know that conversation was being recorded, correct?
No.
And to your knowledge, it was probably recorded by Mr. Cassio, correct?
Objection. Speculative.
Sustained. Foundation.
Before it was played in court, when did you last hear that recorded phone conversation between you and Mr. Cassio?
I think it was during the grand jury. I think that's when it was.
And you have in front of you a transcript of that phone conversation, correct?
Yes.
Have you read any transcript of that phone conversation before today?
I think so.
And who provided you with a transcript to read?
When I came, the DA's office.
At this point, Miss Arvizo, I'd like to play that recorded conversation for the jury, and at various points I'm going to ask my co-counsel, Mr. Sanger, to stop the recording, and I'm going to ask you questions about what Mr. Cassio says and about what you say. Okay?
Okay.
With the court's permission, we'll play the phone conversation, Your Honor.
And this is Exhibit
809, Your Honor.
Okay.
And this is more than one conversation blended, put together.
I know your position.
Okay.
We'll go through it.
Okay.
Are you on input 1, Your Honor? Can you check that switch and make sure it's over, the audio switch? I hear something. Is it where it was? No, it's just a little bit. It should work. I hear it.
Is it going through the microphone? Start it again.
I can turn it up here.
This happened last time. We were told there was a switch up there, but one more try, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Did you plug it into the defense?
It's plugged into the defense. Plugged into the back. That's on. 1, 2, that's on. We can play it again with the speakers.
I think that's the best thing to do.
They're coming right over.
Your Honor, I don't know if the court's willing to wait for just a moment. I hear they're coming right away.
Would you like me to?
It would be a lot better to hear it through the system, I think.
All right, we'll wait.
Thank you.
We check this every day. They should be here any minute, Judge.
While we're waiting, Miss Arvizo, let me ask you a few questions about what's said in this conversation. You're telling the jury under oath that you never wanted any kind of security provided to you by Frank, correct?
Yes.
And you never made any statements to Frank that you needed any kind of protection, correct?
That's correct.
And when Frank offered you any type of security at your home, you always declined. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Because you never felt you needed any security of any kind from him, right?
No, what I said was I didn't want my parents to be scared.
Are you telling the jury you didn't want any security from Frank?
That's correct.
And in no conversation with him did you ever say anything to that effect, right?
That's how I feel.
And did you ever tell Frank that your home was being, in effect, bombarded by media people?
This was after a conversation with him.
Did you ever tell Frank your home was, in effect, being bombarded by media people?
Yes, because I believed them after they had told me, and, yes, I saw it for my own self in my parents' home.
So you saw media people bombarding your home?
Yes, with all the mail that was left on the table.
And did you ever tell anything like that to Frank?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Would you pause so they can try to? Discussion held off the record.
May I try it just to?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think we're all set, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Miss Arvizo, do you recall telling Frank with respect to the rebuttal interview with you and your family that the Germans only want you to talk about one charitable act of Michael, but you want to talk about more than that?
What is your question?
Do you recall telling Frank that you didn't like what the Germans were asking you to say on the rebuttal video, because they only wanted you to talk about one charitable act of Michael and you wanted to talk about much more than that?
That's incorrect.
Okay, could we play the...
There's more than that.
I understand. You'll have your chance to talk about it. Ready? Yes.
Because they wanted me to do a choreograph that me and Michael had done a charity act to German orphans. And I wasn't going to do that, to say that that had happened.
At this time we're going to play the conversation, Your Honor. Thank you. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you're telling Frank that you love his family, correct?
Yes.
You're telling Frank that, in effect, we're all family, right?
Yes. Because of Michael's initial lovey-dovey meeting.
Just please answer my question, Miss Arvizo. The prosecutor will then ask you whatever he wants. I just want direct answers to my questions, all right? Is that all right with you?
If you could simplify the questions, that would be easier for me.
I will try to make them as clear as I can. And if you don't understand, don't answer me. Just ask me to try and restate it. Okay?
Okay, that's fair enough.
You told Frank Cassio in this conversation, we're all family, true?
I said, it's like we're family. True.
Did that mean in your mind that your family, Frank's family, and Mr. Jackson's family were all united?
Let me see. It says right here, I love you so much. You don't know how much I love your little sister and your little brother. That's what it said.
And then later on, it says, it's like we're family, you know, Frank?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're family.
And when you said that you meant it, true?
Yes, I believed what he said in the initial meeting in Miami.
I understand. It all comes from Miami, correct?
Correct.
Doesn't come from your being at Neverland with the Cassio family, does it?
No.
Were you ever at Neverland with the Cassio family?
With the whole entire family? No.
With the children?
With the children, no, never before at Neverland, before Miami.
So one trip to Miami and you're calling everyone family, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let's keep going. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you say to Frank, it's like we're family, you know, Frank? And he says, I know. And you say, you know. And people don't understand that, correct?
Correct.
And when you said, people don't understand that, what did you mean?
Well, I thought they were honest people. And, for example, people 50 and over have a tender spot in my heart, and so it's loving someone without knowing them. That's what I mean.
So what you're saying is in your mind you were family with the Cassios because you loved them without knowing them, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you say, it's like crazy here. Do you see that?
I said, it goes, inaudible, bleep, are like crazy here, so I really couldn't tell you what was before there.
Let's go 2 lines down.
Okay, whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury.
You say to Frank, are like crazy here, and he says, who? And you say, the reporters and stuff. Right?
Correct.
And please tell the jury what you're talking about.
Well, in my mom's table, when I arrived from Neverland, from Jesus helping me, there was a table filled with offers. Many different offers requesting interviews. Some people offering cars, to various denominations, and just a variety of things. And the phone ringing over and over and over.
Okay. And people were coming to your house, true?
And some of the reporters just wanted to talk. But it was all there.
They were looking for you at times, correct?
Mostly my children. Mostly Gavin specifically.
Okay, let's keep going. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you're talking to Frank after you say Chris took you and Jesus helped me leave, correct?
Correct.
So the things you're saying to Frank on this tape
has been manipulated.
Oh, I understand your position, because we'll go through that.
Okay.
And what you're saying is you've had someone look at this tape and decide it's all been jumbled up together, right? Is that your position?
My position is I had the conversation. I know when I left, the first time I left with Jesus, the second time I left with Chris, 2 different events.
Okay.
That's why I know.
But what you say is, yeah no, Frank, when I asked to leave on Sunday night, and then Frank coughs, and then it's inaudible, and it says, and, Chris took me and, Jesus helped me leave. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And obviously this conversation is happening after Jesus helps you leave?
Correct.
And it's after Chris helped you, correct?
No.
Why did you say then, Chris took me and then Jesus helped me leave?
Because Chris, this tape has been manipulated. But also on that day, Chris was the one who took me to go do the leg wax.
Okay, now, Chris was part of Michael Jackson's personal security group at Neverland, true?
Correct. His personal bodyguard.
Yes. He's the one who took you for a body wax, correct?
Incorrect.
Who took you for a body wax?
No one ever.
Well, you went for a body wax when you were at Neverland, did you not?
Inaccurate.
Never did it?
Never did it.
Never went to a salon in Los Olivos and met someone there who treated you, correct?
I had a leg wax done.
In Los Olivos?
In Los Olivos.
And that was the day you claim Jesus helped you escape from Neverland, true?
That was the day that the Germans said that they wanted to do positive PR for Michael. And I figured this is what they have and that's it. I could go now and it was still a no.
The body wax you had in Los Olivos was the day that you claimed Jesus helped you escape from Neverland, true?
His statement is inaccurate. He keeps continuously saying, body wax. There is no body wax.
What did you have at the salon in Los Olivos on the day you claim you escaped from Neverland?
A leg wax.
Okay. And how did you get to the salon to have the leg wax?
I didn't get them to do anything. They had already arranged it, the Germans, for their positive PR for Michael. With the film crew following us.
How did you get to the salon in Los Olivos from Neverland to have your leg wax?
Chris took me.
So when you say, and, Chris took me, and, Jesus helped me leave, you're talking about Chris, who is part of Mr. Jackson's security detail, taking you to Los Olivos to the salon, right?
For Michael's positive PR.
I understand what your position is, but I'm asking you a direct question. On the day you claim Jesus helped you escape from Neverland, that's the same day Chris took you to a salon in Los Olivos for a leg wax, correct?
Well, if he wants to get that technical, it was the next day, because it was closer to 1 a.m.
Well, how do you escape from Neverland with Jesus and then have Chris take you for a leg wax?
Chris took me to have a leg wax in the afternoon. After midnight, about 1 a.m., is when Jesus helped me and my children leave.
Okay, and 2.
The next day.
To get back to my initial point, this phone conversation is happening after you say Jesus helped you leave from Neverland, isn't it?
These multiple conversations are happening after Jesus helped me leave.
Okay, alright, let's keep going. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you're telling Frank Cascio.
Just a moment, Mr. Mesereau. Where are we? I'm trying to.
We're on the third page.
Okay.
Okay? There are no numbers on the lines, but we're on the third page. If you look about midway through,
Okay.
you will see your comment, and, ah, Chris took me, and ah, Jesus helped me leave. Do you see that?
Okay, but we played the tape a little bit further.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And we've stopped 2 quotes down.
Okay.
We stopped where it says, and that's how I feel. Do you see that?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Do you see it? Do you want me to point it out to you?
Please.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're talking to Mr. Cassio after Jesus helped you leave, and you're telling him, my family, so as far as me and the kids, we are family, and that's how I feel. Do you see that?
Yes, it says, my family.
Yes.
Inaudible, and then it says, so as far as me and the kids, we are family, inaudible, and that's how I feel.
Okay, let's keep going. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, Frank says to you, people out there are so evil. And you reply, yes, yes, Frank, they are, they are. He says to you, they're so evil, and you go, yes, I know, I know. Right?
Correct.
Okay, let's keep going. Whereupon, a portion of a CD, Plaintiff's Exhibit number 809, was played for the court and jury. Now, you start to talk about David, correct?
Yes.
And you say, they've been replaying over and over the news over here and on the radio. The father said, making him so credible, you know, even the father said. David, he was. There's 9 criminal charges for what he did to that kid, you know. And for what he did to me. He doesn't pay child support and, he has a restraining order to stay away from me and the kids. Right?
Correct.
And you're talking about your former husband David Arvizo, right?
Correct.
Okay, and you're talking about a criminal case against him, right?
Correct.
And that was a situation where the police were notified, right?
2 different criminal cases that both he pled guilty on 2001 and 2002.
And one of them was an allegation that he had molested Davellin, true?
Not an allegation. Information.
Okay, but, I mean, he was. You know, you reported him to the police on a couple of occasions, true?
No, he's incorrect. I was there. He was arrested for domestic violence. In the process of being investigated for that, that's when they found out that there's more. That this man had caused more harm not just on me, but also my children, and so that sparked an investigation on what he had done to my kids.
And you did report him for having falsely imprisoned your family, true?
It was. I give them the information and they did whatever they did with it.
And you did report him for having molested Davellin, true?
He's inaccurate. They asked a history about David, and the event he's referring to is something that happened way over 10 years ago.
Okay, in answer to my question, there was a report made that David had molested your daughter Davellin, true?
It was a 1-sentence statement, and they were asking for the history of David.
Was a report made that your former husband David had molested your daughter Davellin? Yes or no?
That was in the midst of all the information that they were gathering about David, so, yes.
Okay, now, it mentions a restraining order, correct?
On which particular restraining order are we talking about?
I'm going to ask you about that.
Okay.
Did you get a number of restraining orders against your former husband David?
Yes, that were issued through the family court and the criminal courts.
And how did you do that?
Well, when David was arrested for domestic violence finally, the criminal courts issued something that they do routinely, a restraining order.
And at some point he was reported for having violated a restraining order, correct?
That is correct.
And how did that happen? Please tell the jury how the case against him for violating a restraining order came about.
Well, my daughter came home, told me what happened. So then I let them know, the investigating officer, what had happened.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Take our break.